Hey everybody, it's Joel again, JARC02. This is part 2 to this black bin here. So I've done several of these videos. I'm still going through my collection, doing video documentation on it. So also I'm pointing out some differences in the packaging, any variations that I might have, and some other unique things that if I remember for new collectors, and this way you'll know what the package variations are, what to look for. If anything is still out now that they're still producing, you can see if there's any casting changes. So we'll get started. 99 first edition Screamin' Hauler. Here is the Vulture, 2000 first edition. And another 2000 first edition SoFine. Looks like it's based on a Buick. Can tell from the portholes right here. Here we have the 65 Vet convertible. Just kind of a plain, no tampo. Here we have the Lotus Elise 340R. That's an interesting car from Lotus. And here's the back. And here we have the Dodge Power Wagon. Surf crate. Anglia panel truck. And I think the nose opens up on that. Again, this is going to be really dusty. All right. And I'm not cleaning them off because they're going right back in. It's got a little wiggly bar in the back. So I'd say right there, Express. All right. And the 2000 first edition, a 64 Lincoln Continental convertible. All right. Here we got Showstopper. And we have a 67 Dodge Charger. All right, here we have some cars with some variations. So here's a 2001 Honda Civic Si with the wire wheels. And here we have the same car with the PR5s. All right, so that's some variation you can look out for if you're searching for that car. Here's another one for first edition, is the Shoebox. This is based off of Ford. This has the PR5s, and this one has the wire wheels. And look how much tread they have on the back one there. So, compared to the front. And here's the back. And here's another variation with the wheel. And this is the Shredster. So we have the 5-spoke. And here we have the PR5s. All right. So just wheel variation. All right, here we have 4 Ferraris. The 333 SP, again, another single seat roadster race car. Okay, just like the other ones I've been showing you. Here is the 2001 edition, the 365 GTB-4 or /4. Here is the 550 Maranello. It's metal body, metal base. This one was a metal body, metal base. And here is the 360 Modena. Looks like a plastic base, but it feels like it's got some weight to it. Oh, I'm gonna throw that. Here is the Ford GT40. I like that color. Here's the Jeepster. So it was a concept Jeep. And here is Turbulence. Kind of looks good with the dark. Again, it's dusty package. And the gold engine and the gold 5-dot wheels and the metal base. Here we have the roll cage. I think this has been out. That's when it was a new model or first edition in 2000. Here is the first edition for the Dior 2. Race Crews did a video on the Dior models. So the Dior 2 was a new model or a first edition in the year 2000. And the original one came out in '68. And then they had the Dior 3 that came out for 2019. And here is the Thomasina 3. I think this was also a final run car. So some of these cars were only out for a few years before they did a final run. Cabin Fever, I think this might have been a final run. This was also a set of NASCAR treasure hunts that had the racetracks listed on there. I've shown that in the video. Pro Stock Firebird 2000. And the Holden, probably a Commodore. I can't tell, but I think that's right-hand drive. I can't tell from looking through the glass because it's kind of dark and dusty and not a lot of light in here, but it's more than likely right-hand drive. MX-48 Turbo. That's a neat two-seater. Here is the 99 Isuzu Vehicross. That's a licensed vehicle. And here we have Arachno Ride. Hammer Coupe. Austin Healey. Here's a Chrysler Pronto. Looks like a two-door. What the heck is that car? Chrysler has. Anyway. The Mercedes CLK LM. Porsche 911 GT 198. And the 56 Ford truck, and that front end does flip forward. So I think it says, again, it's a dirty package for delivery parts on the side, I think is what it says. Again, here's one of those single-seat race cars, the Shadow Mark IIA, with some race graphics on the side. The Fiat 500C in a fuel-altered drag setup. And here we've got the Dodge Charger RT. Pop Cycle. Baby Boomer. Looks like a 2019 new model, similar, but this is more metal. And here we have a Track T. Fantastique. Kind of interesting car. There was a lot of variations to this. The 68 El Camino, especially with the back engine. They took away the wing, left the engine, then they changed the design of the engine, then they eventually took the engine out. All right, so, and this has a metal base, so it's got some weight to it. Okay, took a look at that one. And here is the Chevy Pro Stock truck in sort of like a pink orange, I guess that is. Maybe it's pink. With some race graphics on there. Deuce Roadster. I don't know if that's Zamac or silver paint. I'm not quite sure, but that's the way it came. Here's Grease Lightning. And here's the 41 Willys. And it does have a flip back wheelie bar. That's what this piece is right here. All right, that'll flip back and stick out the rear for a wheelie bar. Lakester, not a big fan of this car, but Mercedes SLK, and here's the Panos GTR1. The last Panos was a Roadster, open race car. All right. Here we have Bad Mutter. So it's a Ford of some type. Here we have Tail Dragger. This one I like. This was the convention car in 1998. I keep getting my finger in the way, I'm sorry. Mustang Cobra, 98 first edition. Chaparral 2, again, the single seat open, though this might be 2 seats, but Chaparral, there was one that came out in 68, was the original one, and this is Chaparral 2, but I do like this body style, so, and the Chaparral 1 had a big wing. Check my Redline collection for that, but my wing broke. Attitude, based off a Studebaker. '40 Ford. Teed off, and you take a look at the top. You can actually sit a golf ball there and use it as a tee. This had 3 variations with the interior color. I think it was a black seat, a red seat, or a maroon seat, and then this gray seat. I don't have all the variations here. They must be packed away someplace else. All right, but there are 3 variations to the 98 first edition or 99 first edition teed off. And here's the back. Here's the base. The 99 Mustang, I'm not quite sure, but I believe there was a variation to this. There was a blue one and a purple one. I don't know if there, I think there might have also been an interior variation, but I'm not quite sure. This one, semi-fast, and this was a final run car too. This had a variation with something had to do with the grill in the front. There was like a smaller piece or an unpainted piece or another painted piece or something like that. And again, I don't have that variation here, but a futuristic truck, semi-fast. Pontiac Rageous, this was a show car. I think this might have planning to be the next Pontiac Firebird. Is maybe what they're planning this to be. But in any case, it was a Pontiac show car. It's a licensed car. Olds Aurora GTS1. This had several variations in color. So you got white. There was gray. And I think there was a wing variation. And again, I only had this one here. The 99 first edition Chevelle SS. There was several variations of this. There is this gold one. There is a blue one with the white stripes. And there's a blue one with the white stripe. And you see the slim outside line of the wide line. There was one where it was all solid in blue. So there's 3 variations of this. And here is the Monte Carlo concept car. And that has a metal base and metal body. This is when the Dairy Delivery came out in '98, and it had a plastic base. A Mustang Mach 1. Here we have the IROC Firebird. All right. And here's 98 first edition Express Lane. Toe Jam. I had one of these out of the package and the wheel was messed up. It wouldn't even roll. So I'm wary about taking these out of the package even to try them. So Toe Jam. That was a final run car, I think. What a Drag, 3-wheeled vehicle, metal base. Looks like a BMW Isetta. It's probably what it is. How much you want to bet that's what it is? Here is the Solar Eagle 3. Here's the back of the car. There's a picture of it with the designers. And there's a blurb on it. All right. And here is the Supercom Dragster. And we're getting down to the end here. Dodge concept car. Metal body, metal base. This does have some weight to it. Double vision. This is the last car in 1998, 40. And I found this on the last day of the year at Walmart. Here's Catapult. Metal body, metal base. Here is Fathom This, a concept submarine. And here is the Porsche 911 GT3. And this had some variations with the wing color in the back. I think there was white, yellow, and black. I think there was 3 variations. Definitely 2. This was the lightest car Hot Wheels ever made, the go-kart. And that's light as an LIG HT. 38 Phantom Corsair. It's got a cracked package in the back. And here we got the 36 Cord. Here we have some 97 first editions, and you can see the difference in the packaging. So the Ford F-150, and there was only 12 models this year. All right. Here's the Firebird Funny Car, 1 of 12. Here's the BMW M Roadster. That's metal on metal. Here is the 59 Chevy Impala. I like the color on this. I do like this one. Here is the Salt Flat Racer. This is one of my favorite castings. Way Too Fast. I do like that one. They were missing a model number. I'm sorry, a number out of 12 for the year. And I think this is a new model that was never labeled a new model. So that's why I always included it in it. But they just gave that a collector number. But I think it is a new model. So we have the 1970 Plymouth Barracuda. So I don't know why they did that, but I think that's what the case is. This was a very popular model when it came out. This is the Scorchin' Scooter, because they hadn't come out with a motorcycle in many, many years. Here's the back. And here's another 97 first edition, the Lamborghini Countach 25th anniversary. I like that color though. I do like yellow. It looks nice. In 97 first edition, we have 97 Corvette. I'm not sure if those doors open. I doubt it. And here we have the Mercedes C-Class. And here we have the end. All right. The only variations for this year was the street cleaver, and there was a casting change to this. They did away with the dual axles in the rear, and it's now a single wheel. All right. And the variation was flames on the side. And there's also a wheel variation. I don't know if the wheel and the flame coincided or if there's just also a wheel variation without the flame. I'm not quite sure, but I know there was a flame variation. And I got that one on eBay, and this is the one I actually found. Twang Thang. Not one of my favorite cars, but I do have the first edition. Here was Dogfighter. '70 Dodge Charger Daytona. '96 Mustang GT. Painted front headlights. And the only tampo on the back is the bumper, Mustang GT. They didn't paint they painted the headlights, they didn't do the taillights, I should say. This has got a color, is going in the blister, but it is the Rail Rider. That was the first edition in '96. Radio Flyer Wagon. Chevy 1500, like a NASCAR truck. Goodyear tires. Now this one here They're calling it the Sizzler on the package, and that's number 8 of 12. All right, take a look at that. They're calling it the Sizzler on the package. And on the back, it says number 8 Sizzlers. All right, but take a look at this one on the back. Let me check, I know there's another one. They're calling car number 8 Turbo Flame. So this car now is known as Turbo Flame, but the package, when it was a new model, originally said Sizzlers. I don't know if there's any out there that says Turbo Flame or not. Okay, and Road Rocket. Not a big fan. Road Rocket. Ferrari F50. And the 1996 first editions of the VW bus. This is not a true first edition. This came from like a 30th anniversary. This is the 30th anniversary. I never could find the original first edition in the first edition package. So this is just to represent this particular model, but it's not a true first edition. All right. Anyway, that's it for this particular case. Thanks for hanging in there. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, please leave them below. Comments, love to hear them. Please like, share, and subscribe. Subscribe, upper left corner at the end of the video. Below that, YouTube will leave you a link to something you might like, and then the two to the right or something else that I have in my inventory of videos that you might like that I chose. So please, I look forward to hearing you. You all have a good day.